All right, here at No Reserve, we have our incredible all-original 1987 Toyota pickup. It's a regular cab, short bed, 4x4. It's got just 96,000 original miles. It's got the 22R 4-cylinder with a 5-speed manual transmission. 100% all original white paint. Never been an accident. Was bought new in Nevada and was in Nevada most of its life. It's only a 2-owner. Just came up here to Washington the last couple years. We've had it for a while. This is the first time it's been listed for sale. So it was original owner was handed down to the son, and then we acquired it. So this is a really rare truck. I mean, this thing is completely untouched. You look at, you go around this truck and you look at all the little things, like, the original lug nuts. I mean, how shiny that original hub is on both sides. One of the tops busted off there on the lug nut. But the Nevada, temperatures have kept this thing 100% rust free. You're going to find very little imperfections. You will find, a little bit of, the trade-off for having a rust-free truck is it does get a little bit of heat, so you will have a little bit of fading on the grill and the bumpers and stuff like that. You have a tiny little ding right here, but we've been top and bottom on this thing. It is guaranteed 100% rust-free and original paint. Now has a clean Washington title, where previously it was a Nevada title. So we'll go ahead and start getting around this thing. The front valance is in really nice shape. You're gonna have, of course, have your tiny little stone chips and stuff like that, but no bends. Never been taken off road. Look how tight the clip is against the tow hook. I mean, it's just the plastics aren't pulled away from the corner. When you look at the pictures of the underneath of this thing and all the bolts and underneath the hood, I'll show you how they still have that shiny anodized look to them. You can still see some of the a lot of the bolts on the undercarriage are still nice and shiny. But the incredible thing about this truck is how dry and just clean it is. I mean, it's not clean like you could eat off of it, but everywhere you look, it's just nice and dry. You got the original undercoating underneath the wheel wells. The underside of the cab and bed is just phenomenal. We look at all this stuff. The mud flaps are usually missing. All these little rubber things are usually all gone. They're still nice and tight to the body. As you can see in the pictures, I have the auto check pictures up, and the miles are correct and tracked correctly. But you look between here, how clean that is. I'll do the interior last, so we'll get going around the outside of the body. You have a couple little tiny little chips and stuff like that, but the only ding on the entire body is that one on the passenger side fender. I mean, surprisingly, the door felts are in really nice shape for the heat, but the black plastic pieces are in nice shape. It's got this really hard to find snug top canopy. It actually makes it look like a 4Runner. If it's not your style, you can just pop it off, but these, at least up here in the Northwest, these canopies alone, usually bring about $1,000 to $1,200. So you can get some of your money back, but I like to keep it just the way it was. It's cool to see it's still got the steel wheels, factory size tires. Take you around here, got a couple little chips there. The snug top decals a little bit, faded off and chipped, but you could just get some goof off and get rid of the whole thing. Tail lights are nice shape, a little fade at the top, kind of expected stuff. Got a little chip right there and two little soft little dings. Your typical little chipping around the tailgate. A little chipped area there that create a little bit of surface rust. Kind of your typical canopy issues, but no dings there. Bumpers in good shape. It's a little bit tweaked up, so you could probably get a piece of wood and hammer it down if you need to go for perfection. The T-handle's missing here, but you can get the cool thing is on this clean truck, you still have all the original serial numbers, and on the back here there's number 2. But you can see there's no rust anywhere. Just a little bit of surface rust from the paint being worn out, from years of loading and stuff like that. The rear hatch hydraulics could be replaced. Meant to do that and kind of just forgot about it because I never really used the canopy. But they're about $15, Napa or O'Reilly's. So really cheap and affordable. Or you can get them on eBay, Amazon for dirt cheap. Both sides of the bedside, the paint is getting a little bit thin. You'll see as in the pictures, but still just looks killer, just from years of It's probably a little bit thinner here just by the way that maybe the water runs down off the tailgate. I mean the canopy. But still it's got nice smooth feel to it, nice shine. All the panels still have their factory VIN decal. You know, both sides is missing the push-in clip here. But again, just phenomenal underneath this truck. And there's about 30 underside and under hood pictures. So hopefully you guys can go through and look at all those. It's really cool. Comes with all its original books. Still has the original window sticker. Shows where it was bought in Las Vegas, Nevada at Toyota West. Not a whole lot, you know, paint sealant, mud, you know, mud guard, stuff like that, but 13,000 bucks. It's pretty amazing. You know, got the original books, you know, your original information if you get in an accident from Toyota. Something here that the owner laminated to keep in good condition. You can see the original floor mat is in nice shape. The Nevada heat did, you know, this is really common if you guys know, you know, these square body Toyotas. This is just an extremely common thing, and no matter where you live. It's missing this little cover piece here. I've been keeping my eye out on eBay, so if I see one, I'll go ahead and purchase it. But the headliner and sun visors are in nice shape. Rear seat pops forward, all the jacks in place, nice paint. Seats really nice. Door panels are in perfect condition. Never been off, never been tampered with. You can just see that killer paint. I mean, there's just no entry wear even. You can see it's just nice and glossy through here. But you can see nobody's pulled this back to try to put some speakers in and ruin the pull clips, because these are basically just vinyl covered cardboard. A little fading on that pull handle here, a little fading on the plastics, kind of your typical stuff of truck of this age. You know, it's an AC truck, stereo delete. This little plug, you wouldn't believe how hard it is to find this plug. A few things on this truck that often were taken off throughout the years is these steel wheels with the lug nuts and the mud flaps, and little things like that antenna cover and this original stereo delete cover that's never been cut out. You wouldn't believe how hard those pieces are to find. And you know, if you took them off, definitely keep them with the truck. But if you wanted to turn them into a little bit of cash, you could put those things up on eBay. And guys like me who love original trucks, you know, a little faded again, but the door panels is perfect. I just kind of love to keep that stuff on their trucks. You know, a little bit of wear there. You know, kind of your typical 80s vinyl stuff. You know, a little bit of cracking and separation of the vinyl around the shifter boot. Somebody's put a little cup holder in. A little crack in the vinyl there. But again, just a phenomenal truck. You know, 96,071 miles. You know, I've been doing this a long time, and this is it'll be a long time before I find a regular cab shorty with the 22R in the manual in miles like this. So I'll get the hood situated, and then we're gonna be doing a driving video after this. You can see the VIN decal on all of them, but you can see how underneath the hood even the paint's shiny. You know, along the inner fender well, along the core support. I mean, it's just unbelievable, just untouched. You know, this is what I was talking about. This, you know, the canister's still shiny. The bronze pieces around the master cylinder are still shiny. You look at the little bolts here, a lot of the fasteners. You can see the AC pump is not hooked up. You know, it doesn't blow cold anymore, but it's great to see everything is here. But you see, you know, all this stuff still got shine to it. It's just really unbelievable. So we're gonna go ahead and get her warmed up, and gonna go ahead and do the driving video. So this is going at no reserve. It's gonna be a 7-day auction. Just a beautiful original Survivor truck. So good luck. All right, here we are in a running driving video for our 87 Toyota pickup. Just a 2-owner with 96,000 original miles. Hopefully the sun, you can see we got all the lights working. It's running nice and smooth. It's coming up in temp. Got the blinkers working. Go ahead and pop the hood. So you can hear here, just running nice and smooth, no bell squeals, no knocking or ticking, just perfect 22R sound. So alright, hopefully there's not a whole lot of traffic right now. Go ahead and get the 4-ways turned off. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and turn the, you see the clutch start? The cancel start light works if you want to. You know, if you press the AC, you can see the light comes on. You can hear the blower motor works at all the speeds, but it doesn't blow cold, but it blows nice and warm. See the up the temperature. Gas is working. We're gonna go ahead and get going here. Wipers work nice. You got 2 speeds pretty much. You know, it's first to second. Transmission feels really good. It's got good synchros, nice tight shift pattern. It's not sloppy transmission or anything. Clutch grab's good, doesn't slip. On hills doesn't slip. When you got goes nice into reverse. You know, the foot pedal pad is, or the clutch pedal pad feels good. It's good location, pretty much about 3/4 away from the top. It doesn't fade out with you on traffic. You can see it drives nice and straight. It's got a really solid sound drive. There's some, we're gonna get on the highway here and hopefully do some, you know, hopefully there's not a lot of traffic so we can get it into 5th gear, get it into speed. So you can see that was a downshift from 4th to 3rd to 2nd, no grinding or chirping. But after that I'm gonna exit off and go on a side road. It's got some potholes and stuff like that. And some kind of chunks out of the road, so you can just kind of hear how solid this truck is. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to start off in 1st gear. Go a 2nd, 3rd, 4th. And this is just driving like, you know, 3/4 throttle, and there's 5th. Really nice. You can see the nice shine of the original paint on the hood. I mean, it's a really smooth and sound drive. I mean, there's no vibrations, no shaking, no wind noises over just the aerodynamics of the truck. So hopefully you can see the speedometer. So we got 2 little rock chips. We got one right here, and then one right here in the center. But they can be fixable from a glass shop. You know, both windows roll down nice and smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and downshift into 4th. Gonna exit off here on that side road. The brakes are in excellent condition. The brake pad's nice and firm, exactly like it should be. Doesn't fade out. There's no shaking coming from the rotors. No pulling or noises. So we'll just go ahead and go into 3rd there. I'm going to take her into 2nd here. And just brakes nice and smooth. So we're back in 1st. Alright, so here's the road you'll see. I'm doing about 25. You see some patches. There's a hole. Just soaks it up really nice. There's another check patch up here, the line of the road. It's an uneven job. And it's just nice. The tires are all-terrain, but they're really quiet and smooth. There's another patch, gonna hit it at 45. The steering's really nice and tight. There's no play. There's no ball joint noises or white knuckle type driving. You don't get any bump steer in the bumps. So it's just a really well sorted truck. You know, oil hasn't changed, it's just ready to hit the road. So we're gonna come into this tight 90 right now to the left. And then we're gonna go ahead and tight 90 off to the right here. nice upshifts. You know, the gearbox is in nice condition. I mean, the steering box is in nice condition. Gives you good resistance right here. It wants to center out as soon as the truck straightens out. So this is a true all original Survivor, 100% original paint, 2-owner, and from Nevada originally, and pretty much was in Nevada most of its life. It's gonna be going on no reserve. So good luck.